Hey everyone, Big Pauly back for a brand new video. Yes, today I wanted to talk to you about how physical media will save us through this coronavirus disaster. I'm going to go through a couple of things that will help you with your collections, things that you can do to make the next 12 weeks or however long we've got isolated before we go nuts. Keep us in check and keep us sane and keep our collections lovely. First of all, if you're not a subscriber to the channel, why not? I noticed there's like 49%, I think, of my viewers that are not subscribers. Subscribe and get lots of lovely big Pauliness. Okay, there are 7 points I'm going to go through that will help us look after our collection, cherish our physical media collection, and help us get through these hard times. So let's roll the titles and I'll get on to the first point. Okay, so the first point is catalogue collection. That's right. Whereas with digital, whether it be Netflix, Amazon, Apple or the new Disney Plus, everything is all set there for us, so we don't need to do anything. It's all catalogued into animation or into certain movie categories, TV categories. So digital is all set up for us. But what about our physical media? How do you keep track of what you've got in your collection, what you've sold? Do you have doubles? Because the amount of times that I've been out at Poundland and I've thought, oh, damn, did I pick this up last year? So there are a couple of options that we can go through. I use a company called CLZ Movies. There's an app in the App Store. For about £1.30 a month, you can catalogue all your movies. You can divide them into sections such as Blu-ray, 3D, 4K, box sets, TV box sets, so that you can keep a check on everything that you've got in your collection and everything that you no longer have in your collection, you know, if you sell some stuff. There are other couple of other companies as well. Bluray.com, there's also a catalogue system on there, which I tried, but I found CLZ Movies to be the best option for me. The interface is really easy to use, easy to navigate, and for £1.30 a month, what can you say? Okay, so point number 2 is A to Z your collection. Yes, or A to Z your collection. Now, most of us that have physical media collections are all guilty of having our media all over the place. A complete mess. I'm guilty, totally guilty. I have started organising my media into better collections, better display on the shelf. You can put them into like 4K order, so you have a shelf for 4Ks, have a shelf for 3D titles. I do have a Marvel shelf up here, totally dedicated to Marvel. Star Wars and Star Trek over there, plus all my Blue fans and the DCs. So I'm starting to catalogue them, and I'm also starting to catalogue them in franchises as well. So whether I have a Blu-ray, a 3D or 4K, or maybe a steelbook, if you've got, like, say, the Transformers or the Terminator series, I'll organise all of those movies into one franchise rather than having like one 4K in the 4K section, one 3D in the 3D section. It makes it easier. You know where the Terminator section is or the Transformers section is. You can go straight to it, whether it be on 3D, Blu-ray, 4K or DVD. So yeah, however you want to display your collection, catalogue your collection onto the shelves. Some people do it in studio order, you know, Arrow Films, 101 Films, things like that, Indicator. I keep all my Blue fans together, so I do partially do that. But also some people also keep them in actor order, so all of the films from particular actors. However you want to do it and however it works for you is the best way to do it. Others might say, no, you don't want to put this collection together like this. So you do whatever's easiest for you and how you find it easier to find your Blu-rays on your shelf. Because the last thing you want to do is hunt through that for half an hour trying to find a movie. Okay, so point number 3, Bluray Protection. We all need a bit of protection from time to time. The last thing you want is to go onto your shelf, pull out a steelbook and find it's got scratches and scuffs on it, or a lovely Blue Fans box set with a scuffed up lenticular. There are 2 main different types of protection. You have your flimsy little DVD Blu-ray protector, which you can actually buy in bags like this, and you can get these from eBay. I think Amazon also sell them as well. And for the UK Blu-rays, it's the 14mm case wrap, so that it actually fits around the thicker cases that we have in the UK. They are relatively cheap, so you could probably pick up about 200 of these for maybe a couple of quid, a £5 maybe, and they have little self-adhesive tags on the top there, so once it's in its case you can just wrap it around and it's protected. Also for steelbooks and also premium collection editions like Blue Fans or Film Arena, things like that, you have the plastic cases which come like that. So some of them you can get completely sealed and some of them you can get like 3/4 sealed, so you have an opening there, and they just slot in and they protect your steelbook from getting scratched on the front, the back. I always leave the spine open, so I know some people might do it the other way around, but that's how I like to keep mine. As I say, there are fully enclosed ones that you put in, seal the top. They do them in different sizes, different thicknesses, so they do take Blue Fans, other premium editions, jumbo steelbooks and things like that. So, and I only use these for steelbooks. So always keep your Blu-ray collection nice and protected. Standard Blu-rays, it doesn't really matter, although I am finding more and more that I am actually putting my standard Blu-rays in these protective sheets. But it doesn't matter if the case gets a bit scratched on the shelf for those, because you can always get a new Blu-ray case. But to keep all your premiums in your steelbooks, go for the protection. I go for the plastic ones, but it's up to you. You can use those flimsy micro little bags as well. Okay, so point number 4 is a relatively new thing that a lot of Blu-ray collectors and buyers actually have got involved in. Colour coding your cases. Nearly all Blu-ray movies come in a standard blue case, which is perfectly fine for a lot of Blu-rays. But this new thing of colour coding Blu-rays is getting more popular. I featured it on my Big Pauly Chatting Movies site. Lots of people have showed me their collections, and it's a nice thing to do because it makes the collection that little bit more special. So I've got a selection here, as you can see, all different colours, and how I've colour coded them. So we have the Grinch. These all originally came in blue cases, so I have the Grinch there, which I've lovingly put into a really nice green case. See how well that works. That makes that look so much better. Next up we have Baby Driver, which is in a pink case, which I believe came from Bridesmaids. So I'll talk about the actual cases a little bit in a minute, but that really does look good in a pink case. And then we have Bohemian Rhapsody in a purple case, which I believe was from Rock of Ages, which looks really nice. It's also got like a silvery shimmery effect to it. I don't know if you can see on the inside of the case there, but it looks shimmery. So that's really nice. That works really well. And one of the most popular coloured cases that you can get, Poundland and places like that, is a red case. And I put Fargo in there. I've put Overlord in there. I've put other ones in a red case, but that makes that look really good in a red case. Also, black cases. So you would usually think about black cases being for 4K, but not necessarily. There are Blu-rays that actually do come with black cases. A couple of those that were actually released in black cases includes Flight of the Navigator and In Bruges, which actually does look really good in black. But you can also do it yourself. There are black cases available out there, also in Poundland, CEX, other places, and you just need to colour code it. Think how this artwork will look with a particular colour case. In this case, I used glass and put that in a black case. It just didn't look right in a blue case, but I'm really happy with how that turned out. Some movies maybe don't turn out as good as you hoped when you put them in a coloured case, and then if that's the case, switch it back to a Blu-ray case or try a different colour case, as long as it supplements the artwork and it blends in right. And it makes collecting Blu-rays joyous and something that you look forward to doing if you see a coloured case while you're out shopping. Okay, so where can I buy coloured Blu-ray cases? As I stated, Poundland is probably one of the top places you can find a coloured case. You'd mainly find red, which is in the Hunger Games. I think it's Catching Fire Blu-ray. For £2, spend £2, you can get a nice red case and give the movie to friends and family, donate it, sell it, stick it in a blue case and sell it back to CEX or something. You also get black cases in Poundland. Probably don't get any other coloured cases that I've seen, but the other way to do it is to go through CEX. You know, they have various movies already in coloured cases. If you're not interested in the movie, then you could pick it up maybe as cheaply as 50p and then sell it back to them and hopefully try and make a profit. But yeah, in the past I've never been bothered about cataloguing my movies into coloured cases, but it's actually quite exciting, and it's a novel way to organise your collection, and it looks really good. So, you know, if you've got coloured cases on the shelves that maybe don't go with some particular movies, colour code them. Okay, so point number 5, read additional materials that come with your Blu-ray collections. You may have seen a lot of movies, you may be thinking, what can I watch now? Or I feel like doing a bit of reading, but I don't want to go and get in heavily into a book. So pull down a premium collection. They have postcards in them, they have director's notes and things like that. And a lot of the premium Blu-rays, like Blue fans, have lovely photo albums. So you can have a flick through, look at your lovely glossy photos. A lot of them do have writing in, like I say, director's notes, a bit about, you know, history about the film, how it was made, production notes, all that kind of stuff. So just go through your collection, have a look, see what you've got. You know, because maybe you've bought them quite a while ago and you've just never got round to reading the additional material, and it could help with some much needed boredom. If you're actually not interested in actually watching a movie at that time, you know, get some material down and just flick through. It's still movie related, and you might learn a few things. Okay, so the next point number 6, clean our steelbooks. Yes, many of us have probably got steelbooks on the shelf that have been there for a long time, or maybe we've watched them once. You know, you get the wraparounds, the J cards that have got glue on them. Sometimes you take the J card off and the glue sticks to the steelbook. You try peeling off the glue and you get stuck yourself. It leaves a horrid trace on there, smudges, sticker smudges, things like that. The best thing to use to actually get rid of all those horrible smudges and sticky bits, I find, is a product called Sticky Stuff Remover. I've always used this on my steelbooks. Doesn't damage the steelbooks. You can continue rubbing and rubbing and rubbing and it won't do anything to the steelbook. So it's not dangerous to steelbooks. There are other things available on the market, including Goo Gone, which I think they use mainly in America. But this tackles gum, tar, adhesive, wax, wet paint, crayon, grease, labels and grime, and it works brilliantly. So you just undo it, stick a bit on a cloth, rub it over the area on the steelbook, and then just kind of polish it off with another soft cloth, and it's gone. It's literally gone in seconds. You can buy this from Amazon. It's usually about £5 for 250 millilitres. You can also buy Goo Gone. I don't think Amazon UK used to sell it, but now they do, and it's about £8. So either work actually really well. So to get rid of all those horrible marks and sticky stuff and glue and crap all over your steelbooks, either sticky stuff remover or Goo Gone. There are maybe some other things that might work. I've heard that maybe nail polish remover works, but I'm trusted with sticky stuff remover just to be sure that I don't actually damage my steelbooks. And point number 7, and this is the most important one: keep buying media. Now, a lot of shops are closed during the coronavirus. We can't get out to CEX, they're closed. Most of us are isolated for at least the next 12 weeks, so we shouldn't be going out anyway. Yeah, the supermarkets has Blu-rays and DVDs. HMV is completely closed at the moment, so there's no shopping there. But there are online shops that you can actually purchase them from. You know, from Amazon, will be shipping, I believe, their Blu-rays from maybe early April, once they've got all the critical stuff out of the way, like the medical and essential stuff, house cleaning, stuff like that. They'll be going back to shipping out, you know, physical media and anything else. But they're also like Zavvi, HMV, Zoom, so there's loads of online outlets you can purchase your media. Also CEX as well, I believe they're still operating online. And because the Royal Mail are still working, because they're essential, they can't stop where, you know, other businesses have stopped. They've got to get essential post out, whether it be letters from the government, you know, telling you that you've got to stay inside. And also Royal Mail deliver a lot of medicines for people as well, so they can't stop. So you can still order your Blu-rays, your steelbooks. You can still get them delivered. They may take a little bit longer than normal, but they'll get delivered. And you can still show the physical media market that you're purchasing. Show these studios, show these distributors that even though everybody is on lockdown, the shops are shut, people are still buying physical media, because in these times at the moment, they're probably thinking nobody will be buying physical media. Everybody will be on digital, doing Netflix and Disney and stuff like that. And as long as they see that we are still buying physical media, there's hope for the physical media future. And there's hope for movies to come in the future. So I hope you enjoyed this little insightful video, just giving you some information on Blu-rays, how you can do your collections, cleaning, stuff like that. Stuff that maybe we won't necessarily think about doing on a daily basis, because we just take a Blu-ray off the shelf, stick it in the player and that's it. But now we've got all this time on our hands, or some of us have. I know some people still have to work. But a lot of us have got a lot of time on our hands, so it's good to actually get into our physical media collections, because that's what I love the most. Yes, I do like digital. I do purchase, you know, movies for my Apple 4K TV. I do stream on Netflix and watch Disney. But first and foremost, I am a physical media person, and I always have been, and I always will be. So it's good to have the best of both worlds. But I hope you enjoyed this little video. Like it by giving it some thumbs up. Comment and share the video with as many people as you can, so that other people can benefit and maybe, you know, protect their physical media collection, colour code them, clean them, things like that. And don't forget to subscribe, and I shall see you on the next video. Bye!